It's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go. Roger.
And with the coach, Mickey Clayton on Insights. Two eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Testing.
Got you.
You got me?
I'm ready.
We're here with Coach Quintin Lewis in the Battle of the Unbeatens coming up on Friday night. Coach, how's it on Rickards campus now?
Excitement is growing. I think the student body been waiting for this all year long, and we finally got here. We did a good job of preparing for each individual team, and so now it's Godby week, and we're ready to go. I think
You've really kind of reloaded after your quarterback went over to Florida A&M. There were people thought that you might not be as strong this year. It looks like you made a position change and put an all-world talent at quarterback. What was the key to retooling this team?
I like to say we always had it. I don't know why everybody thought that. Marcus Riley played quarterback in 10th grade, and he won 4 or 5 games for us and really put a great number. So we knew he could do that. We thought we was a better team with him able to play everywhere because he's so dynamic. So we put him at receiver last year. So this year, it was no-brainer to us. I mean, Marcus Riley was going to be quarterback. I don't think people understood what kind of receivers we had. They thought all we had was Marcus Riley. He just was so good, he stood out. But everybody else can play football. Besides us really having to redo a whole offensive line, everybody else was coming back again. So it's been a good year.
Okay, and you talk about your quarterback and your receivers, but you got a pretty good running back back there that's going to Purdue.
Yeah, he's a man now. He's really took on ownership of trying to lead his team. He's a hard worker. He really puts in that work every day, and so you knew that he was going to be successful regardless of what we have in front of him. I mean, and his dedication and his commitment kind of drained over to the offensive line. So now they getting that work in also, and they're getting better and better every week. At the end of the day, it's going to be hard to stop both of them guys back there and our receivers all night long. When we started making the schedule, we thought last year we got the Punta Vija, and we wasn't ready for that moment. We didn't put enough quality teams to be truly ready for that stage. And so we said, well, we start off a little easy, and towards the end of the year, I want to really pick it up. I want to see us develop as a football team over the first 4 or 5 weeks, and then really hit with as much as we can so they can be ready to play some type of teams that play for state championships. And so that was our goal. And we told them from week 1, this is our goal. This is where we want y'all to be at every week so we can be successful. And these guys have really taken on that challenge, have really got it better every week. And we talk about discipline, man. I think the biggest thing with us is as long as you have discipline, you can take it one game at a time. And we all talk about if you walk on a flight of steps, you're not going to look at the last step first. You're going to look at the first step and take it one step at a time as you're moving up. And so that's kind of our mentality. One game at a time, one play at a time. And each day we're going to get better. All right, we're going to get 10% better every day. So when they see us again later on, all right, it's a different team than what they saw on that film the week before. And so that's kind of how we do it, man. Just piece by piece, step by step. I think our district is amazing, super hard, especially with the reemergence of Godby, man. They were down for 2 years, not really down athletically. Just wasn't playing the quality of football that you knew that they could play with those type of talent players in there. So now, I mean, I think Corey got a great staff and got them going, and got them guys believing that they can win football games, and that's the start of turning the program around. So it's going to be tough.
And you're going up. You can only go up if somebody else comes down.
Right.
I mean, and nobody had expected some of the teams at the top would come down, and you kind of helped push them down. The city of Tallahassee, the balance of power has changed a lot, and it's had a lot to do with Coach Lewis and what he's done at Rickards. Congratulations on that. And what did you feel was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome to turn the program around at Rickards? Because right now, your team is now the Honey. You're the one that everybody coming at.
To be honest with you, I thought we had the talent already. Our challenge was to keep our talent coming to Rickards because we were losing some of the better players to other schools. That was zone for Rickards. We talk about our feeder schools in middle school, NIMS and Fairview, always playing for the state championship. and half of the kids going to Lincoln or Godby or Leon and not coming to Rickards. So first thing we have to do is make this place presentable, okay? Get the parents to believe in what we're trying to do with each player and each student individually, and really focus on education. I think a lot of people sell these parents about these dreams about college and pros. What I'm gonna tell them is a chance for your son to be a man later on, okay? To help raise his kid for 4 years so we can all guide him in the direction that we want him to go. I mean, so that's really what it was. We haven't started winning football games, and all the kids starting to come to Rickards now. And so we are reaping the benefit of it. We talented across the board. I think my JV team, they already won the city championship this year. Talented enough, so I probably could bring like 15 or 20 guys up to varsity and play them. They're very talented young men, and so our task now is not just to get them in, but to keep them eligible, make sure their grades up par. And so we have a 2.8 team GPA that we got to keep weekly. And our motto is you're gonna go to college with or without football, and that's the dream we sell to the parents, and they're believing in what we're trying to do. I think it's working. I think we're doing a lot of successful things with young men, and I mean, hope we keep it going. Hope I can stay here long enough to keep winning football games. But to me, football games is secondary to me. It's not about winning. It's not about how many points we put on the scoreboard. It's about how many guys we get to be successful later on.
Well, one of the things I want to say is that we always know that administration actually wins championships. They put you in position to win.
Sir.
And you just seem to have a very supportive administration between former collegiate basketball star, Mr. Doug Cook, and your AD, Coach Hankerson. Speak on that a little bit.
It was a blessing. I've been in places where the administration didn't believe in what you're trying to do. I think these guys here know the challenges that our demographic have, and we understand that what they need to be successful in life. And we all got the same goal, not just to win football games, but to make sure guys are successful. We know that there's a lot of our kids are single parent home kids, and we need to have a stable place for them to be successful. And so those two men with Doug Cook, who taught me in middle school, I mean, who kind of put these values in me early, has done a great job of making sure that they're safe on campus, making sure that they're holding themselves accountable for everything. Okay, and then I think Mr. Hankerson, probably the hard working AD I've ever seen in my life. He does more than enough for anybody. I mean, I would be lost without either one of those guys. I believe that right now. I don't believe we're successful without those two guys being at the helm right now. And so it's just a blessing that they're here. Hope they stay here as long as I'm here. I know how the principal thing work and the AD thing work, but I hope they can stay here long enough so we can really raise this program up to where we thought it should have been years ago.
And Mr. Cook was a basketball player at Florida A&M when I was working over there in basketball, and Coach Hankerson is a hard-working guy. He made an early commitment to Insights, and Insights has made one to him and Rickards. We're at Rickards a lot because everything we offer to Rickards picks up on, even with your football team and doing a leadership camp with them and things like that. They are really, really active and receptive to what we've done, and we appreciate that. I've been coaching a long time. When I get information, when I was at Florida A&M University, and we would hear or check on a kid, the first thing we did was check their social media account. Why y'all guess we did that?
First name is character tells a lot.
It tells you a lot, exactly. Don't let it be the school that you really want to go to check the account that you didn't think they'd check. Because we do dumb stuff. And I think that when I first met Coach Hankerson, he was out there on the grill cooking hamburgers for the football team, sweating and fussing on the phone with some of his son and daughter at home. But he was cooking the grill, working that grill. So I agree with you, about that. And we hope that they continue to be here for you to allow you to continue to grow.
I told him one day, I said, man, if I ever get a chance to go somewhere else, y'all coming. I don't think I can be successful without those two successful black men with me, and it's just a great image for these men that we're influencing right now to see three black men as well as other coaches be successful and things. We got a guy on our staff that owns his own paint company. Guy who's almost a pharmacist, and We got business majors and all that. So they got to write a book as a sports agent. I mean, things like that where these black men can see these successful black men around. I mean, it just help give them goals and aspirations in life, man. So I think it's been a great thing.
Let me ask you, give me an opportunity to say something. What did you bring from being at Bethune-Cookman?
Oh man,
I know you're proud of your institution, and Bethune-Cookman, our brother, sister institution.
Man.
Yeah. Share that with me, because I know those guys at Cookman. They're special out there.
I can tell you this. From day one, they make you be professional, and it's hard to teach a young black man out of the projects to be professional, and that's what they demand that from the time you enter campus to the time you leave. Okay, little simple things like making sure you have a certain tie, making sure you know how to speak to people, how to act around certain people. They drive you to be successful in everything you do, and it's not one person. It's from the president down. You know, I was under President Oswald P. Brunson, probably one of the most one of the greatest men I've ever been around. And he instilled that into you from the day you meet you. He meets every kid on campus. He know you by name. He know it. It was like he knew your family as he talked to you. And so those kind of values they instilled in me. I played with Alvin Wyatt. Okay, that man taught me about motivation and the desire to be successful in everything you do. I mean, at times, you come from an inner city or a low income area. I don't have any expectation of myself. It always let me find an excuse why I can't be successful. All right, and he took that away from me. He told me that I need to work as hard as I can to be successful. Okay, and then so try to instill those same values into every one of our guys there. And it's a religion school. All right, for me, it helped me find the Lord, which is, I think, probably more than my life, more than anything. And so that part there is amazing. Mary Cloud Bethune founded up with 5 young girls and one boy and 50 Cent, and now you got Bethune-Cookman University. And so on a landfill that they gave her. So I mean, that's all them things kind of, when you really look into it, it's amazing for black people to do. And these young men here got to know that you can be successful in everything you want to do. And I try to give them examples of that stuff all the time about, man, it's not an excuse. You should have an excuse. You got to find a way to be successful no matter what obstacle you have in front of you, no matter what, any kind of burden you have on you, okay? It's ways to work through it and to be successful. And that's kind of what Bethune-Cookman instilled in me, especially early when I didn't want to be there anymore. I wanted to come home. And so I spent 6 years there, got 2 degrees. A guy who probably barely got out of Rickards High School because I didn't take it serious. And so it's a blessing. I just happened to be able to play football, and it was a blessing to be at that school. I don't think I would be where I'm at now without Bethune-Cookman.
That's a great tribute, and I know what you're saying is true. I wrote a letter to the president. I think it was Dr. Bronson one year when I was coaching. Just the way they instill so much pride in students.
Yes.
And being a basketball coach, seeing it when we would go there and play, and just really being proud of Bethune-Cookman and writing a letter. I said, I don't know if it's something you do.
And I grew up around Florida A&M, so I thought black college was a certain way, and I wanted to go to Florida A&M all my life, and I just happened to be blessed to get offered by Bethune-Cookman and choose to go there, and it kind of opened my eyes to what life in college was really about. And not saying Florida A&M not like that, but the part I was hanging around when I was younger was the other side of it, and I just didn't know that part of it, the educational part of it. And so now, I mean, it's a blessing. I think, like I said, I wouldn't be here where I'm at right now without Bethune-Cookman.
Well, and on that, we're going to end this interview. Coach Lewis, we wish you much luck for this game and going forward.
Yes, sir.
And Insights will continue to what is done last year. We'll continue to be there with you along the way. Wishing you luck and success, following your kids, following the program, and wishing you the best of luck. And we're waiting to see this one kick off and see how it goes.
Yeah, they're gonna be a good one. I know we have a lot of fans out there. I tell all the guys all the time, it's never about tell them all the time, the game's already chosen who's gonna win. I mean, that's not our choice. Our choice is to put 4 or 5 talents that the man above gave us and come out and play as hard as we can. And so as long as we do that, we're gonna be fine. I know he's blessed us. He haven't brought us this far to let us down at all. And so that's kind of the way we think about things at Rickards High School, and it's a blessing.
Again, thanks a lot, and that's a pretty good interview there, Coach.
No problem.
Coach, you keep getting better at this.
Man.
Well, not in addition to, we actually want to appreciate Mr. Clayton and Ms. B for coming out. We're going to give each of them so they can represent Ms. B. Rickards football shirt.
Oh, y'all creating a problem.
All right.
Thank y'all.
No.
Thank y'all.
That's too weak. That's too weak. Give them 2 claps for the Rick clap.
Thank y'all. Latest from Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSIIGHTS.
Insights is the copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent the independent thoughts and representation.